Let's go with the first one, which is a big thing for me. And I've been wondering about this basically ever since I got told this. So a few years ago, one of my family friends told me that the most successful relationships are when the guy puts in the effort. When the guy is making the effort and doing the graft, doing the chasing.
Was that a woman who told you that?
This was a man.
Oh, interesting.
This was a man who said this.
Okay.
When the man's doing the chasing, they tend to be the most successful relationships. And I've kind of been thinking, how true is that? But then I guess you hear like stories from parents and stuff like that and family friends like, oh yeah, he spent ages trying to get me sort of thing. But it's weird how it might translate into today's age, because if I wanted to ask out a guy, the societal response would be, yeah, go for it. 2025, women should ask out the men.
100%.
But the societal expectation is still, he should be booking the dates. He should be doing this. He should be doing the most sort of thing. Not always the case, but even with my friends, like saying, yep, he should be taking you out. He should be paying for dinner and stuff like that. So it's that kind of shift like, oh, okay, I can chase to some extent, but I don't know to where that kind of where the balance sort of shifts.
I hear you. So I would say the best relationships are where you both are pursuing each other, but in different ways.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not that you as a woman are just sitting there passive and he's making all the effort, because the truth is, for the quality guys who are looking to have something real, especially if he's a quality guy, he's going to be looking for that reciprocation, right? And he really appreciates the reciprocation. So, and I encourage women, especially nowadays, 100% make that feminine approach.
Yeah.
Like if you like have the courage to do that, that's going to set you apart for a lot of women, because the truth is most people, especially women, are terrified of making the approach. Guys are terrified of doing it too. Guys are terrified of coming across as a creep or like sexually harassing her just because she doesn't find him attractive, or because, you know, she took it the wrong way or something, right? There's some guys who are persistent and don't take no for an answer, but there are a lot of guys where they see two guys make the same approach. One's considered a great approach, one's considered creepy, and the only difference is because she finds one guy attractive and the other one she doesn't. Yeah. Right? So making an approach is great. That's fine. One thing I would say as the woman, I would say it's good to invite him to pursue you. Yeah. Does that make sense? Yeah. So, because the thing is, I guess it depends on the kind of relationship you want. Yeah. Because if you want to be the kind of person where you're kind of more leading the relationship, then you can sit in that role most of the time with whoever it is. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? To be like, okay, well, I've planned this for us, I planned this. But if you want to be more in the feminine role of the relationship, where you want a guy where he's leading, etc., then providing that space for him to lead can really work in your favor. But encouraging to do that, right, really helps. Yeah. Does that make sense?
No, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah. So I would say like there's definitely nothing wrong with like approaching a guy, because I'm gonna be honest, even if you make the approach, most guys just never expect to be approached.
Yeah. Because I'm quite good at doing it, like on a night out and stuff like that, or whether it comes to doing the message first. I'm quite pragmatic in that sense, because I lead that busy life where I'm like, right, okay, I know I'm free on Thursday, so why don't I just ask him, are you free on Thursday, sort of thing. So let me try and squeeze you in, sort of thing. And I don't mind making the step. I don't really get nervous even on nights out, sort of thing.
Great.
That's
good. I think that's really good.
Yeah.
Because if I'm just being honest with you, right, the dating landscape, most people are dating or talking to multiple people at the same time. Yeah. But if you're the one making that plan and you're establishing plans with him, as opposed to every other girl who's just like sitting there twiddling their thumbs waiting for him to make it with her, you're building that connection with him as a more priority as well. Like, and you might be dating other guys too, you know what I mean, as well. Yeah. So, because I've had it before where, you know, I think I was getting to know a few girls, but one was like, she was consistently more, she would message and, you know, we would chat. And because I was open to it, that reciprocation was there. And I just naturally ended up spending more time with her. Yeah. And then naturally anyone else I was talking to just kind of fell to the wayside. Do you know what I mean? So it really can work in your advantage. Why do you think, because I think a lot of women struggle to do that. Yeah. Why do you think they struggle to do that?
What, make the approach?
Make the approach to initiate. Why do you think they struggle?
I think it's probably just the scare of rejection. Maybe not doing it smoothly. I know a lot of my friends, I'm quite good at sending like texts, whether it's whatever the capacity is, whether it's flirty texts or breaking up like ending things sort of text, or just looking to sort of like start conversation. I'm quite good at sending that text. So a lot of my friends will come to me quick, Amelia, what do I say?
Yeah.
So I'm quite good at that. I guess it's just, yeah, I think also with my job, I do already have quite a lot of confidence. I have to meet new people. I have to talk to a lot of people. So for me, making that approach is no more than me doing an interview with someone. I kind of have to sort of make that advancement day-to-day life. Whereas for some people, they may just sit at a desk all day, typing. And then when it comes to the weekend, it's like, oh my God, actually, I need to communicate with people. I need to talk.
Yeah, 100%.
So I think in that sense, for me, I probably come from a different like background in that sense, where I probably find the confidence to do that. But yeah, I guess it's just a confidence thing, the scared of rejection thing. I think for women, they probably are a bit more scared to put themselves out there.
Yeah.
Because it's so traditional that the men should make the advancement when it comes to dating sort of thing. So when a woman does put it out, they're like, oh God, I'm never doing that again sort of thing.
It's so funny because girls are like, guys should make the approach, but I would never do it.
Yeah.
And they're like, why don't guys approach? Because it's freaking hard.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? So do you ever get scared of rejection yourself?
I do to an extent, but then I just kind of, my mum always used to tell me, if it's for you, it won't pass you. And so then I kind of come to realize, I can rationalize things quite quickly. Like, okay, yeah, it'll hit me for a bit. As long as there's like a reason as to why they might not reject me. That's the only thing where I can't stand. Where I remember years ago, a guy just didn't want to date me, and I was like, why? Why? Just tell me a reason why. He's like, yeah, you're great, you're pretty, you're this, you're funny, blah blah blah. But I don't want to date you. I'm like, why? Just tell me the reason why, and I can move on.
Why do you need to know so badly?
It's just like whether it's something I can improve on, if it's something I said, or if there was anything like, so I can kind of rationalize in my head, oh, okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
But when there's, or just, even if it just said, I'm just not feeling it, fine, just tell me that sort of thing. But don't list all these reasons why you think I'm great and then go, but I don't want to date you. And I'm like.
But girls do that as well, though.
True.
They'll be like, you're such a great guy, you're really nice, you're going to make a girl so happy that day.
True, it is the cliche.
It's just not me. I'm just not that girl you're going to make happy.
Yeah, it's not you, it's me.
That's so funny. Why do you think more women should approach nowadays?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love doing it. I think it's really fun. But I don't
play out here. Come on. All right, I see you, Amelia. I see you.
Yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily about you have to come out with a line or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's just trying to find, just coming out with a common interest sort of thing.
So move the mic slightly close to you. You can put it slightly. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
I think it's just like weird, like, I think it'd be weird things like point out on a night out, for instance. Like, there was one night I remember, I don't know how, but every bloke I looked at seemed to resemble a footballer. So I was like, you look like Tyrone Mings. And he's like, oh my God, who's that? To be fair, he was American. He had no idea who Tyrone Mings was.
Okay,
but then the guys around was, oh my God, he does. Blah, blah, blah. And then I got chatting to the other guy actually. But then, but yeah, it's just finding sort of an easy sort of pickup point.
Yes.
Whether it's like, oh, what's your drink order? If you're at the bar sort of thing, what are you getting?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be complicated. Way into the conversation.
100%. Why do you think, what's your take in terms of, let's say, paying for the first date?
See, this is so controversial to me. Not even controversial because I can swing both ways. But I'm like, yeah, I'm the woman. I can, yeah, it's 2025. We should be equal. But I do quite like it when a guy pays on the first date. Like, of course, shoot me. Like, of course, like, shoot me.
I'm pretty sure 99% of women do.
Yeah, duh.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and sometimes I am, but I think it kind of. Obviously, I think later on, if I was to start dating a guy, I think for the first date, I'd be happy if he was to pay. But then when it comes to like dates 2, 3, 4, I'm happy to sort of split it. But it just kind of. Especially if a guy wants to take me out. I'm there thinking, yeah.
Sure.
If you want to take me out, then yeah, you can pay.
Yeah, 100%.
But actually, with most of my dates nowadays, I end up splitting it.
Really?
Yeah. But then when I tell the girls, they're like, oh, you split it? I was like, yeah. And he goes, oh, don't know about him. I'm like, to be fair, they don't stick around. So maybe I'm onto something there.
No, I think the reason I'm surprised is because I think that because a lot of guys, especially our generation, right,
Yeah.
have been raised with equality. We're equal.
Yeah.
So I don't owe you anything. You don't owe me anything.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, like you said, guys would be like, go out. And if he doesn't pay, girls are like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um,
But that's what I mean, because I completely agree. Like, we were raised equal, and I'm like, yeah, I'm a girl. I'll make my bread. Like, I should be able to pay for things.
yeah.
But then, it depends on what day I'm on.
Depends if it's Thursday. I
Yeah,
get paid Friday,
yeah.
so it is what it is. So when you tell your girlfriends that you split the bill half the time,
Yeah.
right? Do they make a judgment on him because he didn't insist on paying?
Yeah.
And what's the judgment they make? Just like, what, he's not a real man or what?
Yeah. I mean, I've had it before where we were doing like a picnic date, and then we went to the shop to buy some wine or something, and then I went to pay, and he just didn't even offer to then pay for it. And I was like, it was the first day as well. I was like, oh, okay.
Okay. Had you got anything already?
No.
So nope.
Because I was picking the wine. I was like, I'll pick the wine out. So I picked it, put it on the table. I was like, hi, can I get this thing? And then he didn't even like take out his card. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah.
I hear that. Would that put you off a guy like long term?
I mean, yeah, at least offer. But I think most people, I think he was probably.
I agree.
That was an anomaly.
Yeah.
That guy.
So what do you think has been for you with the guys that you've dated, and you know that it's either worked or hasn't worked? What do you think? What's been the main thing that you're like, oh, this keeps coming up in terms of why it doesn't like go further with certain people?
Hope you really enjoyed that clip. If you want to watch the full episode where that clip is from, then I want you to click right here where you can watch the full episode. And if you're ready to claim your man today, enroll in my program below, and I'll see you there. Wishing you an amazing day.